Welcome to Pins and Things! Today we're going to be making a pool noodle slip and slide sprayer. So the first thing I've got is 2 pool noodles. They are the thicker type. I think they were $3 each at Walmart. Hot glue them together. And I am using a low heat hot glue gun, one that just has the option of high heat or low heat, and I'm using low heat because usually with styrofoam, it will melt the styrofoam if it's on hot heat. Cover as much surface area as I can so that we can get the best seal possible. Now I'm gonna glue the 2 pool noodles together. The next thing I'm doing is taping that seal up with some duct tape. I am going to actually cut off a chunk on this end down here to be able to shove it in this end so that we can seal off this end too. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a great seal. Now we're gonna add a little bit of hot glue to that and duct tape over it. And I'm basically just putting hot glue anywhere that I think water might wanna come out. Once I've bent it into an arch, I can see that I want the holes to be about, I don't know, about a foot up from each side. I just have a nail and I'm gonna be poking holes. I wanna make sure that I'm not gonna poke through this bottom part. So I think that's about the thickness of it right there. You can kind of feel when you get through the thicker part into the middle. I'm gonna do this about every 4 inches. I also want to kind of keep it in a straight line. So to seal it up even better and to give it a little bit more filet, I'm gonna use a little bit of zebra print duct tape. No zebras were harmed in the making of this duct tape. Now that we've got this end sealed really, really good and the middle sealed really good, we're gonna go ahead and throw in the hose. But before we do that, we need to make a really good seal at the end with the hose too. So what I figured out, the pool noodle actually is the greatest sealer of the pool noodle. So I'm gonna just take off about 2 inches here. Just cut through 2 inches. So once we chop that off, I'm actually just gonna go ahead and cut off some of the thickness of here because we want this to be able to fit in between the pool noodle and the hose to give us a really good seal. If you have a thinner pool noodle just floating around your house, that would also work for this part too. Now that I've cut it down quite a bit, I'm gonna actually just squish it as small as I can and try to fit it into the hole at the bottom of the pool noodle. All right, now that that's done, I've got my hose and I'm gonna just slowly work it into that hole. So I've just pushed the hose in there until I've felt it have a little bit of a give. It's a little bit smoother because the twisty part of the hose is through now. You can see that the pool noodle's holding it in place quite well, and I'm just gonna use a little bit more hot glue and try to seal up as many places as I can that I think water would come through without actually gluing the hose into this so that we can never use the hose for anything else ever again. I'm gonna go ahead and add duct tape and cover the duct tape from this point to here and making sure that it's got a really, really super good seal again because that's the only thing that's gonna help water to get through the rest of the sprinkler. This is the most important part in making sure there's plenty of duct tape holding it in place. When I tested this out earlier, this was the weakest point, so we want to make sure to just get plenty of duct tape coverage. So now I've put 2 stakes in the ground and I've made sure that the pool noodles, the holes that I poked in them are actually facing inward so that they will get the slip and slide wet and not spray outward. After that, I went ahead and duct taped the pool noodle on to the stakes. I went ahead and put down some painter's plastic, 3.5 mil thick, 10 bucks a roll. It's pretty easy. So when you get ready to turn on your sprinkler, make sure that you only turn it on a little bit at a time because these pool noodles are not made to withstand a whole bunch of pressure. So just turn it on enough that you can see once the water's gone a little ways that it just barely sprinkles onto what you're needing it to sprinkle on. Just until I can hear the water running, that's as much as I'm turning it on. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you like this video. Also, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you click over here, you can see another awesome summer video. And then if you click over here, you can see me every day on the beach house. We will see you guys next time.